Remember, we're not here tonight. We're not here tonight to I don't know how to say it, but we're not. The Constitution allows this First Amendment right. We understand that. We're not here to close down a business. We're not here to end the ability of people for free expression. We're just here to regulate this particular type of business, sexual-oriented businesses.
The best thing that I probably like about dancing is all the attention. Like, I love getting attention from men, whether, you know, I'm attracted to them or not.
I heard it was going to be very damaging to my self-esteem, and I shouldn't do it because it's going to be horrible and nobody's going to talk to me because of what I do. And it's actually been quite the opposite. I've actually made more friends working here than I have the entire time I've lived here.
Beautiful. Goodness. Beautiful. Goodness. Cat. Meow.
Very sexy.
Oh. I mean, is that same black girl? Wow.
She cleans up really well.
Guys like to drink. Guys like to, see girls. So, boom, killing two birds with one stone. That's why I think guys come to strip clubs. And, because most of them are involved with somebody. So it's not like they're, just horny or, because they can go home and be with their wife or their girlfriend. Just have variety is the spice of life, basically, And this is the easy way out. You're not cheating.
Our City Attorney, Deb Robertson.
Mayor Mann-Ross, members of the City Council. As you said, I'm Debbie Robertson, the City Attorney. We will describe the changes to the ordinance, the proposed draft that's before you.
We had an existing ordinance that needed updating in order to make it enforceable. It had been challenged, and we had a situation where we were not enforcing it for several years. And so that I thought the process was to go through and make it enforceable. But I think what we have before us is an entirely new ordinance. Is that correct, Debbie?
No, that isn't totally correct. Ms. Robertson?
Councilman Lane, members of the City Council, the ordinance you have before you is in large part replicating the current ordinance. It changes the structure and setup and definitions.
I got an email from Councilman Littleton today who he tried to assure me that we are not trying to legislate morality on this issue. But your paid outside consultant is affiliated with the Alliance Defense Fund, and one of their stated ultimate goals is to enshrine our government and our laws with fundamental Christian conservative beliefs. The City Council has an agenda. They have a vision for the future of South Scottsdale, and these businesses aren't part of it.
I couldn't give you an answer as to why they don't particularly care for us. We don't cause any trouble. We're no more detrimental to society than the clubs down in downtown Scottsdale.
In fact, the insurance industry gives strip clubs a lower risk rating than other clubs.
All we're doing here tonight, and we have to reiterate it more and more, what we're doing is we're trying to refine and rewrite our old ordinance, which absolutely does not protect this community from the secondary impacts of sexually oriented businesses.
What are those secondary effects? They are various, but there are 5 major categories. Number 1 would be the adverse impacts on nearby commercial or residential sites. Number 2 would be personal and property crimes and the public safety risks. Number 3 would be public lewdness, illicit sexual activity, obviously prostitution, the potential spread of disease. Number 4, of course, is illicit drug trafficking, tax evasion.
It's frustrating because watching the City Council meeting, that whole entire thing, if they said repeatedly that we're a hub for prostitution and sexually transmitted diseases, where are they coming up with this? I mean, they act like the dancers are having sex in the parking lots and turning tricks, and none of them, each and every one of them have said they've never even been into this place.
And that, again, is that there's no need for actual evidence of secondary effect from the existing businesses here, and there's no need for actual calls for services being recorded for existing businesses here. That can be derived from other locations, and even as much as anecdotal evidence. If that's correct, if that's correct, nod. If not, okay.
I think all the controversy right now that's going on in the city of Scottsdale is absolutely uncalled for. If they want to go and attack a club, fine, but go and attack a club that is the total opposite of us. Because what we do here at Babes, we do nothing wrong. Like, technically we're a bikini bar because we wear latex. We're not even topless.
They throw pasties and a G-string on. Not only do none of the conduct regulations currently cover them, the licensing ordinance doesn't apply to that business whatsoever.
I think people want to close us down, honestly, because there's too many freaking Bible bashers. That's what I think.
Forgive me for judging all of you and not praying more for God's love to be poured into you and to fill that void and for Him to bring a lot of healing to you. Forgive me for my judgmentalness, and I intend to pray more for you because God loves you very much.
Definition of prostitution prostitution is one who solicits and accepts payment for sex acts, one who sells one's abilities, talents, or name for an unworthy purpose. This business fits those definitions. Prostitution and trafficking are experiences of being hunted down, dominated, sexually harassed, and assaulted. There is a lack of awareness among clinicians regarding the systematic methods of brainwashing, indoctrination, and physical control that are used against women in prostitution. Prolonged and repeated trauma precedes entry into prostitution. In fact, prostitution is a last-ditch means of economic survival or paid rape.
I would like to see the stereotype of topless clubs change, but that's not, as long as the government doesn't see them as regular clubs, they're going to continue to have the stereotype of prostitution type places. A lot of people who judge these places have never been to a topless club.
What I like best about the job is the fact that I can have fun and get paid for it, to be perfectly honest with you. I have a good time doing this.
I had a friend in the industry who invited me to come along, and I checked it out and love it.
They walk you out to your cars when you get off work. You know, security is really, really on their job. And most of the girls here are nice.
I live in a really nice neighborhood where people take care of their lawns in their homes, and they have children. There are young people with children. And behind us is a sex bar. This kind of activity, all right, promotes alcoholism, it promotes drugs, it promotes pedophiles, it promotes a lot of things that are not good for our children. I'm here for the children.
That's the negative. That brings us back to, you know, how I feel strip clubs, you know, what they do to society, because I wouldn't want my little sister to be a stripper. It's different when you look at somebody on the stage, and then if you look at your daughter on the stage or your sister on the stage, anybody would feel that way about somebody that's in their family. You know, I wouldn't want this to be a career for my sister at all.
You brought up that that's wrong, that going to a strip club is wrong. You know, women who do that kind of thing are bad people. They're, you know, just degrading themselves.
If you walk down the street, in every gallery in town, you'll see naked women. You're going to see nipples. You know why? They're beautiful. Throughout history, the most beautiful sculptures in the world are of naked women, and their cleft buttocks and nipples are prominently displayed. It's uplifting, it's erotic. It's one of the reasons men go to dance clubs. To outlaw that is ludicrous.
Women, our bodies are just real sensual and sexual, and, you know, so why not, you know, show it off? We're not doing anything too bad. We're just showing what we got. Blame it on him. He's the one that gave us this.
I'm actually planning on opening my own massage therapy spa and stuff. going to school for massage therapy. Awesome, paying my way through school.
I do plan on going to college and becoming a nurse. That's pretty much my plans for the future. Getting married, having kids one day, maybe.
I'm clearly not a club owner, and I'm clearly not a dancer. I'm just a person who maybe hears too many reports about other countries where women are not allowed to show their faces or laugh in public. That maybe, oddly enough, I am happy that women here are allowed to dance around naked if they want to.
Just longer than Councilman Ecton's arms before.